you'll miss it. Don't try, don't try, don't try, don't try, don't try.
You miss it.
Soft steps, quick turn. You look away, then you learn. I move light, disappear, then I'm right back here.
You think you got me, but I play. One step closer, then I sway.
Call me your bunny if you can keep up. I'm too quick when I want your touch.
Round and round in your head, but you never get ahead.
Too quick, too late, too late.
Try again.
You reach out, I slide back like a spark on the track. Playful game, no control, but I know you want it all. You won't hold me still tonight. Call me your bunny if you can keep up. I'm too quick when I want your touch.
Power in the way I move. Nothing left to prove. I feel style, I step tight. Head held high, I stay silent. I just act. All the powers in the fact. Mafia style, no delay. I just move, I don't say. Every step I calculate. I decide I dominate. My mafia style. Head up, I don't talk, I do. Power in the way I move. Nothing left to prove.
I like that.
The tall ones, skinny ones, glazed ones, honey buns, thick bone like them all. If you down, casting call, ready, say action, 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 action.
I like that. I like that.
Big booty, make it bounce, make it bounce, make it bounce. Big booty, make it bounce, stacking cash, large amount. I like that. Make it bounce, make it bounce, make it bounce. Big booty, make it bounce, stacking cash, large amount. I like that.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I knew it from the first second. Bad decision. expensive feeling. Perfect face, wrong timing, every glance keeps rewinding. Crowded room, all eyes there, like she owns the entire air. I should leave, clear my head, but I stay instead.
You call it mistake, like it's something new, but you leaned in first. Don't rewrite the truth. I don't promise peace. I don't pretend. You came to the fire knowing how it ends.
Every instinct says decline, still I fall every time.
Stop acting like you're trapped. You chose this path, don't take it back.
She's a mistake, I shouldn't repeat. Too many reasons I should retreat, but she moves like danger, dressed in like.
And I lose my logic every night. If I'm your mistake, why are you here? Still searching for me when I disappear. You don't want clean, you want thrill. That's why you stay against your will.
Mistake,
Desire
again,
higher.
mistake,
Desire
again. Yeah,
higher.
her presence bends the atmosphere, turns good intentions into unclear. Every step I try to break pulls me deeper into that fate.
You label me wrong to feel control, but I never touched your self-control. You wrote the story, not my hand. I just took it like I was planned.
Not every fall is an accident. Then why does it feel so necessary? She's a mistake, I shouldn't repeat.
But you always return when the night feels deep.
No way out,
No need to escape.
I lose again.
You choose your fate.
Maybe it's not a mistake.
Maybe it's just her.
Yeah, smile me. Smile me.
Yeah. Yeah. Smile me. You walk by like you know exactly how the story goes. No effort, no disguise, just that spark behind your eyes.
One little smile and the room shifts, like you're pulling strings with your fingertips.
That smile gets me every time, makes a bad idea feel so right. One look and I'm caught inside of that dangerous little smile.
That smile, right there.
Again,
That smile,
down,
right there.
You don't chase, you don't try, still you keep me occupied. Like a secret you won't tell, and somehow you wear it well.
You should really stop doing that.
Yo, what up? We back, baby. We back. It's Wednesday. It's kind of a chillin' Wednesday. Markets seem unenthused, uninterested, maybe. Bitcoin trading sideways. Dollar continues a little bit of a rally here. SpaceX, that IPO price. Gold retracing a little bit from 4,600. Got some big economic numbers, yet nothing is happening. I'm flying. Yet nothing is happening. Suspicious. Calm before the storm. That's what I'm going to call it. Very calm before the storm. A lot of economic numbers out. PCE, core PCE, GDP, durable goods, personal spending. A lot of data out. You would expect bigger market moves on data like this. We got lots. All week we basically had nothing. Now we're getting dumped with it. Core PCE price is up. Inflation is still what? Still hot. Still hot, still above the 2% target. Core durable goods down. Atlanta GDP now Q3 up 4.6% from 4%. GDP price index up. PCE year over year up. Personal spending month over month up. With what money? I don't know. Durable good orders up way above forecast. That's interesting. I wonder how that was such a big miss. GDP at forecast. Core PCE at forecast. Year over year, core PCE price index at forecast 3.3%. No cooling data. It doesn't seem to matter. Do we hear anything from the Treasury? If we heard from the Treasury, we don't need it. We don't need the data anymore. The Treasury has decided they don't care what the Fed says. They're just going to do their own thing. What is this? My YouTube chat keeps getting unpopped out. There we go. What up, Carl? How you doing, brother? What up, everybody? I think we should start again. We did this on Monday. We'll start again doing a top-down analysis from Bitcoin. You guys enjoyed that? What's up, exclamation points? How you doing, Digital Asset DJ? What's up, Ryan? Before I jump into this, I have like a little long here, a little scalp. Nothing too special. We can go over that, but I want to do a top-down. Big old top-down. Maybe we'll start on like the week or something. What do you think? Let's start in the week. Nah, we gotta go further top down. We'll get into it. This is the thumbnail. Super trend. Is super trend amazing? Is it magical? No, I don't know. Kind of just like an oscillator or price, but super trend putting us right at the top. Right at the top of the bearish trend. What's interesting is I looked back and this doesn't necessarily happen every time we see a rollover, a crossover. The end of the last bear market, we did not see these candles, the green candles, reach the top of this red cloud. Basically got close, it flipped. I think the super trend is looking for that flip, which we don't actually have yet. I think that's the signal. We didn't touch it back here. We did touch it back here in 2017. We traded sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. It's interesting. It's a pretty chart. At worst, it's a pretty chart. We're gonna start from the top-down analysis. Here's what I need first. I need you guys to let me know you're here and what you're looking at. I see 420 Bud Monster. What's up, my guy? Bat Skitrone. What's up, High Rise Havoc, Caesar, Estrella, Luke, Anno, Malad, Indro, Mr. Slippers. There he is. Mr. Slippers, my guy. Mr. Slippers, you have proven yourself here. You can be a moderator on TikTok if it'll let me add you. What's up, Crimson? How you doing, Cyan Ryan? Das Peach, what are we looking at today? How are the prices of pecans doing? I need to know. DCA and Prey, how are you? Digital Asset Degen, Donnie, Dr. Crypto, Hendrix, Jonatis, what's up? Nyan, Johnny Crypto, what's up, brother? Nature Joe is here, always here. Appreciate you. What's up, Jojo, Abu, Maman, Player 7. Who else we got? Poor GT, Raoul, Pickle, Veiled Sage, Tony Urban, Viddy. Where's Erica? Erica was here. Maybe she left. Erica's here. I have noticed, guys, there has been more female viewership than there has been for like a year. It's interesting. Usually it is a sign that the market is doing better. I'll say doing better. When we see that maybe 4 or 5% female viewership kind of creep open. There she is. Erica's here. Into like 10%. I think we hit as high as like 15% when things are really juicing, when retail is really paying attention. It's interesting. It's a different sign. Most of them are men. I mean, it's the internet, baby. It doesn't matter. You are whatever you want to be on the internet. You've been here since 2020? Hell yeah. No, I'm not even suggesting that like women are fair weather Bitcoiners or something. It just seems to be when retail is disinterested, it shrinks. That viewership shrinks, and then when retail kind of returns, we see that come back. I don't know, something I've noticed. Yeah, I'm always looking for the patterns, man. What's up, Tony? What's up, Donald? What's up, 𝐂𝐽𝐫? We need all the signal we can get. Yeah, we need the signals. Desperate for signals. Desperate for them signals. Amen. Bull market incoming October. I mean, it would be interesting if instead of seeing the bear market bottom in October, we saw like, I don't know, a break of a high, like a convincing bull run push on that date. That'd be interesting. Always here regardless of the market. Same. 420, same, brother. Fancy Drew, girl detective. I mean, look, there we got two beautiful ladies in the chat. Holding since 2012. And Fancy Drew just like putting us all to shame. Hell yeah. What's up, old Marcus? BK, Sprint, Coley. What's up, Jock, Daps? That's crazy. 2012. You're a G. Lady, you're here. Let's start with the top down. If I'm missing anything today, any charts, anything going on in the world, and then we have NVIDIA earnings at the end of market today. NVIDIA, very critical, important company, very reflective of I'll call it the 2026 economy, basically like chips, tech chips. Definitely a core one. What's up, Paul? How you doing, brother? Joland, also a female. There we go. Joining from Europe and the Netherlands. I'll also give you ladies this. I wouldn't blame you for like not chatting all the time. If I was a lady, I don't know how often I would chat in YouTube lives. They can be combative spaces, let's put it that way. But I appreciate you all being here. Shout out to you. Hell yeah. Getting wrecked again today, Mr. Slippers. Dang. What's up from OKC? What's OKC? Oh, Oklahoma. Bring it. I like that. That's the right attitude. Erica, you have the right attitude. What's up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭? What's up, man? Yeah, let me know if I'm missing anything. I'm going to do a little top down. Let me know if there's any charts, anything. You know, I want to have this pulled up. Just I need a tab of the SPX open so we can have an eye on it. Ooh. SPX's run's chilling out. It was furious. Okay, we're still in good territory though on the day. We'll get to that. Bitcoin on the month. We hit 81 and change. Now we're just pulling back. This seems honestly the logical, necessary thing. We had a really big run up. We looked at RSI on different hourly time frames, and it has heated to levels that we have only seen a handful of times in Bitcoin's history. The good news would be virtually never have we seen them in a bear market unless the bear market low is in. And I'm going to say virtually, I think never actually on those low time frames. And so why are we not pumping right now? Logical cool off point. If we did not stop and we just continued to rip upwards, Bitcoin would be in like historical overheated territory. This is pretty much just a logical place to take a pit stop, whether the next leg is up, whether the next leg is back to the 200-day, looking for a test of previous resistance as support, or if the next move is down into a lower low into October. Now is probably the logical time to consolidate sideways for a little bit, cool off those oscillators, let them return to kind of their medians before looking for that next leg. August is coming to a close, 5 days and 8 hours to go, and we are trading cleanly above 76.4. This is our monthly resistance from April and May. We've traded above. A close above there would be a pretty solid sign going into September. September has historically been a pretty spooky month for Bitcoin. It's historically been a big month for global fiscal policy from the Fed. We are still looking, in my opinion, I think we're still looking at an interest rate hike in September. There's a lot of shakeups potentially coming, and they are quickly approaching here. 5 more days of August. 5 more days of Hoochie Daddy summer. It's a shame. It's just sad to see it go. Just happy it happened. Gotta take the good and the bad. I haven't looked at the 2-week candles. Let's just randomly throw this up here. It's a good practice to just look at different time frames. kind of maybe more esoteric, less traveled paths here. The 2 week is interesting. Look at these really tiny closes. That's why the last week or so has felt so good, is because not really necessarily just the upside move, but the escape from this low volatility. Talked about this a good amount. Bitcoin hit almost record low volatility in August. I believe there was 2 times that had lower volatility since this started tracking in like 2017. Record low. That lowest point was Sunday, August 16th. The escape from that low volatility has felt really, really good. Look at the 2-month chart, Paz. All right. Maria, another lady. We're just all ladies up in here. Ooh, hello. Now you're making me nervous. The escape from that volatility just feels amazing. Just something happening. It felt like nothing was ever going to happen again. And it felt like it was just, we were just queued up in line for October to dump again. And that was brutal. That was really brutal price action. I can look at the 2-month. Let me see this quick. The 2 week, this is kind of interesting. If you look at money flow here on Market Cipher B, the 2 week only has brief time periods. Well, I say brief, but 16 candles is actually almost a year. Less than a year periods of this red money flow. It's very uncommon. Extremely uncommon. Right now, this looks like it's rolling back over. VWAP is very much pointed to the sky. Momentum doing the butt cheeks. Here we go. Higher low, higher low, rolling over, breaking that midpoint. 2 week looks pretty determined for upside. That's a spicy bull div there on the lows, same as the weekly time frame. What's this 2-month? Maria, are you on to something here? Ooh, that's kind of cool. What's up, Slippers? Do I trade stock? Yeah, we trade stock here. Typically, we look at stocks when crypto is really boring. So for the last year, we've been looking at a lot more stocks. Finally, Bitcoin is doing something, and it's worth looking at again. So I'm stoked. Ladies love the green candles. That's right. That's right, Peach. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? Do you think we're getting a rate hike? I do. I do think we're getting a hike, especially if the Treasury keeps throwing money at the bond market. What's up, Stranger followed the live creator? Thank you, man. Appreciate you. What's up, T Slurs, Trish Hulk, Albert Stare, JD. What's up, Game Genie? Are you in a long? I'm always in a long, baby. I'm always in a long. What do you think of AAIO low time frame versus high time frame? What? AAIO, is that the ticker? What's up, Crunk? Memer's mom, how you doing? Many doors, the ODs. What's up? What up, dudes? Dudes and dudettes. What's up, Hendrik? Charting unites, that's true. Hell yeah. After 10 years, you're still not used to altcoin price action. You'll never get used to it. This is just madness. The 2 month. The 2 month, actually, Maria, this is pretty cool. The 2 month is pretty juiced. 5 days till close. Don't, you're good. 2 month, this is nice. This is very nice. Let's take a look. 5 days to go. That's 76.2 level. Same thing here. Wow. Closing bullish engulfing on this 2 month would be a pretty meaningful candle. We can see at the end of the last bear market, we closed a bullish engulfing 2 month candle. Went on to continue that rally for half a year. Well, longer than that, but juicy. We have a gnarly order block. This is really eating through resistance. Trading above 76.2, honestly, in August was a surprise to me. Dang, just eating through this. That's such a strong close if we can close above there. Not much going on here. No div. On these big time frames, it gets really hard to use oscillators because there's just not a lot of candles. But that is cool. Maria, that's worth looking at. That drives home this value for me. Let's take it from there. Over, yep. All right, let's go down to the weekly. Just warming up our brains here, getting an idea of the momentum, of the directions, zoomed out view. Weekly coming off bullish divergence, still juicing from it. No change there. A nice solid close last week. Now a pretty unforgiving candle here. Doji, very thin-bodied, tall top wick, short bottom wick. Not the ideal close for this week. Obviously, we want to put on some more ground. We want to continue that momentum. Each candle sideways, potentially showing a loss of that momentum. But still 4 days. This week is still fresh. RSI, so the same way we have bull div on our low here, we have the exact opposite on our high. Conflicting signals. Conflicting signals for sure. Bear div on our highs, at least for now. So this high not necessarily cemented or confirmed as the high, so it is too early to really assign bear div, but you can see it beginning to play out, especially as we haven't pushed higher yet. On the bottom side, we had a low followed by a lower low. RSI not following suit. We saw a low with a higher low, and that gives us a hidden bullish divergence here. On the flip side, we have a high followed by a low, followed by a lower high. Yet RSI doing something else. We have a high, low, higher high. That is unfortunately the exact opposite signal. So there's a bearish divergence up here at the high. This one though, like I said, not confirmed yet. Maybe if the weekly closes here or a little lower, we can talk about, all right, that's kind of a confirmed reversal. So now we have this bearish divergence. At the moment, it's in flux. It's not quite a confirmed signal because you can still see this rally, and all it has to do is break 82. It just has to break the high of May, and all of a sudden that's invalidated. It could happen at the very end of the candle. It could happen honestly at any time, but it's something to be keeping an eye on. And kind of like we were talking about to start, this is likely the area to spend some time consolidating, whether we want to just trade sideways, kind of flag out and move up, come back down, back test the 200-day. This is what I started with. Not that. My trading view is moving so slow today. There we go. Come back down, test the 200-day as support. Kind of complete this potential inverse head and shoulders. Make it cleaner. Complete the inverse head and shoulders, paint a bullish pattern, or even unfortunately move down to that 200, lose it, right, and continue to a low in October. Almost no matter how this plays out, I think it makes sense to spend time right here. This is your high to break. If the market pushes above that high and can hold it, the bear market kind of illusion, that fog will likely fade quickly. Putting in a macro, like a higher high, I'll say macro, but like on the weekly, it's still kind of macro, is just something that is not done in a bear market. It is not done. Look back and you'll find that this is not the case. Didn't happen at all in the previous cycle. I'll say it didn't happen in this cycle either. You can just see all consecutive lower highs. This is a little bit of this one always kind of janks up these examples in the past. I still believe that 2020 was not like supposed to happen on the chart, and we were supposed to see something more like this with like without this low. But either way, I'm getting distracted. A higher high on the weekly like that, unheard of for bear market. I think that will be kind of where the doubt starts to dissipate, and I think it is good to hold on to that doubt. It wouldn't surprise me to see this move stay sideways around this range, like low 80s, for a few weeks until people start thinking, okay, well, it's just another lower high. We can't go any higher like that. You know, this was another fake out. Maybe once everyone says this was a bull trap, we're going to go down. Maybe that's when we can get the continuation. Nothing else really going on here, right? Anything new? Why is TradingView is moving it the slowest I've ever seen it move today? Where's TK? Fat Cloud still sits above us on the week. 93.5. 2024's week or yearly open. Why? TradingView is moving so slow that it doesn't even have an entire. It's not loading the TK for no reason. It's not loading the green line. Never seen that happen either. All right. Okay. Just go down. What's a random time frame? People are already saying it's a bull trap. People are. But I'm saying everybody. Once it's just like, once the excitement fades off from this, and it's like all the influencers who are yelling we're bullish should go back to being bearish. It's probably around the time we're looking for. What up, Verhu? Defloofen? How you doing, brother? Chat got really quiet. Chat, what's going on? Oh, wait, no, mine just didn't update. NPC ripping? We can look at NPC then. Here, mom's an NPC. Burn. What's up, Abu? Thank you for liking the stream. I'm doing a top-down analysis on Bitcoin right now. I just went through the quarterly, the monthly, the weeklies. We're down to the days. I'm going to probably pick up the speed on this, do it a little quicker. But while I'm doing this, guys, I need you to hit the like button. There you are. What's up, Psycho Savage? Tap that like button. Tap the screen. Send some hearts. Subscribe and follow along. Help hype it up. It's Wednesday. It should be an interesting day due to all the data that came out today. But it seems like a quiet one. So help hype it up. Help the energy keep going. Put something in chat. Talk amongst each other. Start an argument about, I don't know, long or short. Maybe I should put up a poll quick. Crypto is bullish, bearish. There we go. Just a little simple poll. Vote in the poll. Subscribe. Join our Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Jump in there. It's free. But keep tapping the screen. Keep the engagement up. We got to keep it going. Got to keep the good vibes rolling. 4-day money flow in the green. Momentum with a higher high. Can't help but think about retracement after candles like this. But I think that's just the trauma. We are so brutalized. We're so brutalized by this bear market that it's like any time it's good, we start feeling anxious or start feeling like it's just about to turn bad again. That's exactly where we should be. Interesting, in our 618 sits right around all this resistance here. 65.8. We could fall all the way down there and still have a pretty meaningful bounce. The only crappy part about that would be we'd lose the 200-day. I really don't want to lose the 200-day above all else. Like, if we can just stay above the 200, bears are cooked. Like, bears are done above the 200-day moving average. Period. Maybe this is how I should have taken it. At this point, I'm just kind of like charting what I want to see, but here we go. Right there. 618 at the 200-day. Let's leave it like that. This would be such a healthy move. That would be so healthy. So juicy. 69.1 could be an awesome entry for a long. I'm not calling for it yet, but that would be so juicy. If it does happen, I'm probably going to take that long. Side all the way up. It's all the way up. Let's see today. Candle's getting smaller here on the 2-day time frame. Showing a little loss of momentum. I make this smaller. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. This would be such a nice play. I almost think that this would be too, like, this is too friendly and too easy. Like, if we are in a bull market, we've ended the bear market early, diverged from the 4-year cycle. I feel like this would be, like, too generous. Bitcoin does not tend to be generous to the late longs in that scenario. But if it comes, I think that's juicing. You can see the 200-day is already beginning to curl up. It's like the perfect amount of time. Actually, it's something curious. What was 200 days before the break? Right about here. Not as meaningful as I'd hoped. 200 already, though. Curling up. That's some timing. What's up, David B., my guy? If it hits the 200-week MA, the bull run is confirmed. If it hits the 200-week MA, we're kind of cooked again. I hope we do not return to the 200-day. 200-week. You said 200-week. I'm talking about the 200-day. This holding support here, I think, would be bull run confirmed. Maybe that's what you were trying to say, Darko. I think that would be bull run confirmed. If we hold the 200-day and then break whatever high we put in here, bull run confirmed. In my opinion. If we test the 200-week, we're not doing great. The 200-week is ideally should not be tested again until the next bear market. I'll show you why. Ideally. The 200-week is all the way down here. It is actually not that far away from 69K. I'll give it to you. But it's down here. I'd say it's still in the realm of we could be bullish. Like losing the 200-day and testing the 200-week. But we really would have to hold that, and it's also, that gets real sketchy. Because it's just so close to these lows. The ultimate pain, man, the ultimate pain could be like that. Please no. Bear market resistance band. I mean, that's down here, right? 200 week and the 200-day, we're about to cross bearishly until August 21st pumped it. These were so close. Yeah, you're right on, Darko. I got you. I got you, brother. Crypto is all, says Coin of Adult. What's up, bro? What's up, Zamir? Safe. No. Stars. What's up, guys? No, it is not. But it's not, my friend. Benjamin Cohen was right. Bear market resistance band isn't that just the 20-day and the 21-day or 21 EMA? Look at this. It's on the daily. We're on the week. This? I mean, it is just like the 20 daily, or yeah, 20? 20? Pretty sure it's like the 20-day and the 21, or it's like 200 and the 200 EMA. 200 MA and EMA? I don't know. Either way, close enough. What is it? I swear, I'm just having a brain fart now. Ooh. Okay, I was right about 20 week. There's 20 week. Yep. We're almost to the top of the bands here. You can see the bands beginning to push up again. That's been a while. Bollinger Bands have not given us more upside in quite some time. The entire drop. Touched the bottom of the bands, broke the middle, touched on the top. Returning to 69.1 like would be super good, super healthy. We absolutely about to pump, my guy. 7-figure warrior. Let's go. Let's go. What's my thesis? My thesis is that we have broken out of the potential just like set forward path for us. Until the middle of August, we were just looking for another low in October. That was the logical thing to look for. There was, in fact, no real other reason. There was nothing compelling to suggest that you shouldn't be looking for a low in October. Other than just being, you know, a permabull like I am. Even I wasn't looking for it. There was nothing. But last week, we broke that mold. We potentially changed what's going on here. Simply trading and holding back above the 200-day moving average. Game changer. This did not happen in the previous bear markets. We did not trade back above the 200-day. We lost the 200-day, we rejected from it, and we essentially painted lower highs until the bottom was in. We didn't retake it, we didn't retest it until the bottom was done. January of 23, popped through it. We did come back and test it as support. That's why I'm talking about a potential entry here. 69.1. Every day that we don't trade down to it, this is going to keep climbing until it reaches price, basically. So yeah, it's going to keep climbing towards price. It doesn't have to happen now. It could happen like last cycle. It happened, 3 months-ish after we broke it. 56 days, 2 months after we broke it. By then, it would be much higher. It wouldn't be 69. It'd probably be closer to 80. But I think that's still the play that I will absolutely get a piece of if it happens. Looking for the long back at that 200-day. Bear markets have just been historically over. Doesn't necessarily guarantee that that's what that means now, but it's a good thing to look at and say this has always happened. It's happening now. Traded below the 200-day, rejected from it, and until the bottom was in, we didn't retest it. We broke. We traded higher. I think you can even apply it. Can kind of apply it here. Back in 2014, the model doesn't fit quite as well. But for the last 2 cycles, the 200-day has been the pivot between the bear market and the bull. I can't believe we broke through it with this much strength. This is pretty crazy. That's my thesis. My thesi. Because we could see something like this. Doesn't necessarily have to come from this high. We can still obviously trade higher. We can trade sideways for a few weeks into September. Then we can crash down in the middle of September on interest rate hikes, hold support, hold a higher low, and then rally. It's a good way to go. I think that'd be extremely wrong. Wrong once dead to me. If anyone's not right 100% of the time, they're dead to me. Oh, American cattle ranchers, may they rest in peace. Yeah, we got a lot of local farms here. Ooh, Zach. You like... No comment. No comment on JFK's policies. Poop lettuce. Poop lettuce is right, Foxy. What's up, Master Benny? Will you pump it for us? Thank you, brother. Master Benny's here to pump it. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Charles? How are you? Charles Ballside, how are you? Helder, Teddy, Wood Perfectionist over on TikTok. Are we expecting Bitcoin to drop? So I was just getting through this. I see Bitcoin returning to the 200-day moving average. But when that happens is up in the air. Totally up in the air. Absolutely up in the air. It could be soon or it could be in like 2 months. Right now, that is sitting at 69.1. If you look at the swing low before our rally to the current high at 81.2, the 618 or the golden Fibonacci retracement sits or overlaps completely with it. It's a very tight confluence. We have bearish divergence building at this high. RSI and other oscillators obviously very heated after some of the lowest volatility in Bitcoin's history between June and August. That breakup was very sudden and very relatively strong. And that's pushed all kinds of indicators into way overheated statuses, which by itself doesn't necessarily matter. But we are seeing a little reluctance here, a little sideways trading. Would not surprise me to trade sideways around this level. We can hit higher highs, but around this level for, I don't know, could be up to a few weeks into September, mid-September. I think that we eventually then move back, test the 200. Every day that passes, this is going to move higher and away from 69. Giggity. So that downside target moves up. It's on a ticking clock. But as I said this whole time, as long as we're below the 200-day moving average, I'm looking at shorts. And I said as soon as we retake it, I'll only be looking at longs, and that's where I'm at now. That's where we're at. We've retaken the 200-day. Now I'm looking for longs. If that changes, we trade back down. I'll be looking for shorts again. It's a pretty easy way to view the market. Makes it pretty simple. 69 noise. Super cycle imminent. Queen Fin, you are my super cycle. You're the super cycle. All the ladies today. Do I have shorts open? The only short I think I have open at this point was the one that I opened, God, in like the beginning of the year at 93.3. That's the only one. I probably should just close it. Am I AI or real? Ah, bro, totally AI. Totally AI, bro. AI AF. Let's take the shades off. Dollar's going up. Yeah, Cremo, we are seeing that. The dollar is putting some downside pressure. I'm kind of surprised that the dollar is moving up, but I view it probably more as a dead cat bounce or a relief bounce. The dollar suffered a pretty crazy day on Tuesday last week. Dropped an entire % in a day. Now slowly creeping up like this. This is not strength. This does not look like strength. That doesn't look like strength. That looks like test, lower high, fall. Like momentum leg down. But this is putting putting downside pressure on Bitcoin and likely gold, right? Gold and Bitcoin juiced off of that candle. Now they're seeing a little ebb and flow, a little pushback. I can't imagine the dollar, it should be gaining strength. I don't know. The Fed keeps saying that they want to combat inflation, but we aren't getting anything definitive about interest rate hikes yet. Maybe in September. I mean, I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the side that we get an interest rate hike in September, and that logically would give strength to the dollar. So interest rate hike in September, we likely see this continue up. However, the Treasury seems kind of dead set against allowing inflation to be under control. I don't know. Buying back U.S. bonds at historic and kind of uncontrolled levels now. I don't see the bullish case there. I don't see it. The Treasury literally said that they were open to using their $1 trillion reserves to buy bonds from themselves to attempt to suppress yields. That's not a sustainable. It's not sustainable. Allow auto post. What does that do? All right, I don't know. One highlight mix, cool. I don't know what that is. TikTok is like saying we have a highlight mix to post. Go ahead, TikTok, post it. Dixie and 10 year going. Let's see if that does anything. It won't. It's going slow. But yeah, the dollar, I don't foresee strength in the dollar here unless we do get an interest rate hike in September. It's interesting how few people really think that that's coming. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, but if that happens, the dollar is definitely going to see some strength. Maybe just like a retracement. Maybe just maybe moving back up to 100. It didn't back test that 100 level. It tested it or tickled it as support and then fell. We haven't seen a back test of it. That would be probably the logical spot to look. In that scenario, that's probably like the pullback for Bitcoin and gold. The world's financial systems are collapsing. I agree. I mean, they've been collapsing in slow-mo for a while. Is this DJ 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍? Paul? Actually, I don't know. No, who is it? I don't know. It's just playing a thing. !P. Shout out to !P on YouTube. I guess I'll subscribe. There you go. You got some tunes, brother. Let's see. What else have we played? Release topic. There's no music on TikTok. So they're like, what are we talking about? A lot of these tunes for no reason. I kind of want to go back to the top of the mix. I just don't see it. XRP giving back a lot of the gains, stopping out the long rip. Yeah. XRP extremely volatile over this move. Now down 20% from its high. RSI totally reset on the 1 hour. Rip to this little scalp, but 121. Yep. That's looking pretty good. Similar move actually for Bitcoin here. It's like the swing low to swing high back to the 618. For XRP, that's $1.21. Who thinks up for XRP? Matt, are you here, Matt? You thinking up? What's up, Sabi? What about Solana? We can look at Solana. Perfect entry there, probably. Yeah, probably. What's up, Nimoy? How you doing, brother? How was your vacation? Good to see you. Gave in yesterday and joined the Bears, Matt. No, Matt, no. No, Matt. Never go full bear. Never. I'm turning on more of this no reasons. I want more of the bombardoms. Chris McGuire. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro? Where was I? I never even finished my top-down analysis. I got too distracted. XRP following Bitcoin. I mean, for the entire 10 years I've been trading crypto, everything has always followed Bitcoin. Their correlations kind of loosen and tighten over time. The big kind of divergence from that was basically in 2025, this recent cycle. We diverged from that because altcoins just didn't do anything. They largely underperformed and failed new all-time highs. And while they still pretty much followed Bitcoin, when Bitcoin would rally, they would rally, but they didn't continue. They kind of just had muted highs, and that's the real big divergence. It feels like they still move exactly together, but so many of these altcoins just seemingly can't break highs, can't get into price exploration again. But that ebb and flow, that Bitcoin kind of ratio concept is very prevalent still. Best seen through the Bitcoin pairs, in my opinion. So you can look at, say, XRP BTC. Oof, not a great look. Wow, not a great look at all. Direct rejection from resistance there. This could have further to go. Let's throw RSI on here. Boom, boom. Daily is actually okay. I don't like that. We see this a lot. This is a really common, say, structure that we tend to see in altcoin pairs against Bitcoin. It's this falling channel, and in dollar pairs, I'm usually more bullish about it in dollar pairs. Maybe I'll just do a channel because they tend to break up in dollar pairs, but in the Bitcoin pairs, they don't do that as reliably. It's weird. You see these charts go on forever in these channels. The worst one that comes to my mind would be Litecoin Bitcoin. It's just been in one of these forever. I don't love that. The rally was nice. It was a good push. I really wanted to close above quad 02 though. Close above, look for support there, and then you can look at the highs. Until you close above that channel though, it looks like XRP is losing ground against Bitcoin. To be fair, there's virtually nothing. I mean, like, virtually nothing that has gained ground against Bitcoin over any long period of time. Even Hype USD is at all-time high right now. Yet it's not at all-time high against BTC. The all-time high for that was actually in June of this year. Retested it, looked beautiful for a breakout, and it just faked out. Lean back test here. Still looks decent. But these pairs can be so valuable, especially when markets are really sideways. There, I mean, that's the perfect example. Is Hype is at an all-time high in dollars, but it is not an all-time high against Bitcoin. And that's likely why you're not seeing this just like take off to another level. Usually when the all-time high in dollars is accompanied with the all-time high in its value against Bitcoin is when you get these like ba-boom, like big moves. This likely will just chill here until that grinds up. Ethereum sideways to 200 week. Looks like it wants to try. Definitely could. Need you guys got to hit the like buttons. How many? We barely have any likes. We got to get more likes. Thoughts on Ethereum? You're reading my mind, 19. Here we go. Thank you, John. Smash the likes, my guy. Thank you. You have a ton of work. Your grass is all dead because summer has no rain. We had no rain all summer, and then we got slammed with rain in the last like 2 weeks. Now there's mosquitoes everywhere. Sucks. Ziggy, thank you for liking the live. Blaine the loser, welcome. What's up, Nana? Asher, Pendle, RSS, RV, Mohammed, what's up, bro? Started a couple months ago. He made good profit with Bitcoin. Lost it all with greed. Blaine, that is the story of crypto, my guy. It's the story of Bitcoin. Story of crypto, Bitcoin. Make big gains, give it back through greed. I think the longer you're in this space, the more, or like the closer you get to the concept of doing nothing is like the correct decision 90% of the time, 99% of the time. Just buying assets every year. Buying assets every single year, no exception. DCA style, the same way you would do like a 401k. Every year. It's just like, it's such a winning strategy. And then doing very little or nothing. I know, like we do trading content. This guy's saying not to trade. Trading for me a lot of the time is just something to do to like weather the really boring periods, to kind of get through the times where my interest is lacking. Certainly I've made very good money on some trades and increased my portfolio, like my investments through trading, but I dedicated a lot of time to it. I probably would have just done better if I had just like worked those hours and bought more assets, realistically. Ethereum is actually kind of beast mode here. The 200-week moving average, we shot right back up to the 200-week. Ethereum diverges from Bitcoin here because it does have a higher high. This is what I was talking about 84K for Bitcoin right now. It's still sitting underneath that May high, where Ethereum has a higher high. That's not bad. That's to be considered. It is still, though, struggling under the 200-week moving average, which for Bitcoin is basically where we just left. Down in the low 60s, we had the 200-week. We bounced off it. We broke the 200-day. Bitcoin or Ethereum is almost like on the other side of the oscillation, like as Bitcoin. Like it's coming back. I mean, Bitcoin's coming back up from its lows too. How do I describe this? How do I describe it without it getting confusing? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just talk about something else so I don't confuse everybody. Ethereum actually took its 200-day and 200-week back in like one move. Boom. Ba-boom. Actually, Ethereum's looking at a golden cross here on the day. Probably by the very last day of August. You can see the 200-day and the 50-day down here. 50 days looking to cross bullishly above the 200. The 200 slanting up. That's a pretty bullish cross, actually. Dig that. That's at 2,000. I do like 2150. It was totally disrespected on the way up. It's the 0.5 retrace. Okay. I think I could do this with Ethereum. So Ethereum is absolutely just at its like critical pivot point. It's likely to trade sideways here and just like bait in liquidity, bait in orders, shake people out who were bullish, bait people in. Basically muddy the waters as to what's happening here at the 200 week. Trade sideways, probably break down, break up, you go right back into the consolidation.
I shouldn't be looking.
If it breaks to the upside, I think it has a pretty clear path back to 3,300. That's a decent move. That's like 30% move. 3,300 would be where I would look to take profit on a position if I opened one like now, looking to scalp. If this resolves to the downside, I think there's a shot at 2150 holding as a higher low. Begin to paint that similar looking inverse head and shoulders that we're potentially looking for on Bitcoin at the 200 day. I like 69 nice. I think there could be an argument for a long somewhere near here. That long could be taken back to the 200 week, about 2,500. That's probably how I'd play this. Taking a position on Ethereum right here, right now, I think is just like flip the coin. You're likely to get a move to the downside and upside before it resolves, in my opinion. I think a tight stop will be punished on Ethereum. Punish that tight stop. That's what she said. Still keeping that heat, which is good. RSI is resetting a little bit while price has not really budged. Take that as a sign of strength. Must be so cringe on TikTok. You can't hear the music. You trade because you're bored? Exactly. It's probably bad that we trade because we're bored, but I found that it can keep you still kind of locked into a space that you want to be locked into. Even when there's just like nothing interesting going on. You're kind of just like making your own entertainment when it's very dry. When the market is full bullish, like 2021, obviously 2017, 21, like kind of 2025, maybe at the end of 24, not trading is probably the play. Bear markets, I find, are like the much more successful accumulation trading. Bull markets, it's a game of musical chairs. It's like maybe chicken is better than musical chairs. It's like a game of chicken. It's like everybody is driving straight into each other, and it's like people are veering off to take profit as it goes up, and it's like whoever veers off last wins, but if you don't veer off at all, you end up smashing in and losing, meaning like you just round trip then. Bull markets are for doing nothing. Bear markets are for positioning, maneuvering. Where am I at here? I'm just getting like lost in the sauce. 200 week on Ethereum. What's interesting is the last time this move is really similar for Ethereum. Like off its low, I think even the descending trend line is the same pretty much, or ascending low trend line is the same. So really similar. You got this pop right back to the 200 week. You did it really quickly. I tweeted that Ethereum was going to go back to 2,500's 200 week before this whole move happened. Because I was looking for this repeat. But last time it closed above, traded sideways, faked out, and then moved higher. This time it's closed below. Not quite the same. Ooh, what's up? What's up, Dervis? What's up, my guy? Good reminder. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, tap the screen, hit the like button. I need you to do that for me right now. Need you to engage with the live. Tap the screen, send hearts. See, this long is like the slowest long ever. I'm starting to think this is not the best play. Nothing has happened at all. I've been live here for like 55 minutes. Nothing has happened. It is cringe. What's cringe, my friend? BTC, BTC, BTC. Yes, BTC. You can hear it? You shouldn't be able to hear it. Because I have the volume muted, 𝐂𝐐�𝐲. Like only for TikTok. On YouTube you can hear it. Not on TikTok. What's up on Blacks? Yeah, I need you to subscribe, hit the like button, tap the screen, engage with the live. Tell me, let's take some requests. What do you guys want to look at? I know some of you said Solana earlier. Yeah, good. Good. Consolidate. Let's get it. What's up, Jesse? Share the stream. Thank you, man. 248 people smash the likes. Man, quiet times. 140 likes is not bad for 228 live viewers, though. Bitcoin dominance? Sure. BTC actually seems pretty strong. We need more FUD. Erica, we need some FUD. What's up, Paul? How you been, Paul? It's good to see you. Been a bit, my guy. Bitcoin without Tether. Keep doing that today. Bitcoin without Tether, almost like mirroring this move, and Bitcoin USD broke the downtrend back to like near May's high, just chilling. Bitcoin dominance with Tether, it's just forever sideways, right? Forever sideways. I think what might be interesting actually is Tether dominance, which if the low's in, this is like, you know, will be a rough call for me. Tether dominance was absolutely cooking. We were nailing every move, like constantly nailing these moves. It was so predictable. June, it rallied back to the all-time high almost. I remember this happening and going, man, here comes the next leg. What happened here? It would be so weird to me if Tether dominance didn't put in a new all-time high. Maybe it's like, well, Tether, you know, maybe I should be looking at stable coins, not just Tether. And that's a valid argument.
Just friends.
But it would just feel so weird. Like, in what world? Tether just continued to grow the entire bear market. It's like the number 3 biggest coin, right? It's like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then, or is it Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Tether? No, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, then like BNB, XRP, right? Have you looked at Sol yet? We have not money. We can look at Sol. Dude, this would be crazy. What's up, DMRG? Follow the creator. What's up, my guy? It'd be crazy to me. But it's looking like it might not happen. You came just shy of that previous all-time high and you rejected. Every day I'm holding. Thanks for the $5. Yeah, we can. I'll look at TRX. Let me finish this thought. Broke our low. Like, so there's honestly I see it one of two ways. One, the low is in, which is crazy. And Tether dominance failed its high, and now it's going to trend back to like 5%, or maybe something like that, right? Another falling wedge to break up. I don't know. It's interesting that it fell so hard and then exactly bounced at the major level at August's high, retested in November, double top or like equal highs, resistance broken, back tested. How did it not break to an all-time high? I was so sure of it. I feel like that's punished every time. Every time you feel so sure of something, so confident of something, it gets just wrecked. What's up, William? Michael, Magic XRP, please. We can do, we did XRP. We can take a look at it again. I do. Someone tipped $5. Look at TRX for them. I do like looking at Tron, and I will just keep saying this. Tron, I think, is perhaps the most crazy looking chart in crypto. If it is not the craziest, it's up there. It's like in the top few. Tron is something that I think is largely slept on hype wise. I don't remember there being hype for Tron since like 2018. Not even in 25 when it broke all-time highs, or 24 did anybody seem to care. And when you zoom out, it just looks so meaningfully different than almost every other coin from this era. One way it's meaningfully different is, well, its gain, right, is just not very much. From its 2018 high, it's right now only up 18%, 16%. It's been much lower volatility than almost everything. I'll say that even the majority of coins from 2018 look more like this. Look more like Tron upside down, right? Failed highs after failed highs, all-time lows in the last few years. There's something weird about it. I don't mean weird bad, but there is something different going on with it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best investment in the world. I have some Tron. I use USDT. Certainly I don't love Tron for like being decentralized or something, but this chart is just something else. Look at the difference. Look at this, like from 2022, the bear market bottom of the last cycle. Look at these candles. If you remove the wick from 24, it's just like almost literally up and to the right. It's weird. It is so unique. We'll say this. I'll stop saying weird. I'll say it's so unique in that aspect. I cannot name any other charts that look like this, period. I don't think anybody else can either. It's big for money movement. Yeah, that's what I use it for. I do believe that in this cycle, Tron will break an all-time high. If I kind of look back on history and like compare it to its previous, moves, that doesn't give us really exciting numbers, like 50 cents, right? 50 cents I think is pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Test this ascending trend line again. If it behaves more like coins typically behave at some point, if it starts actually, let's say we move to 50 cents during the next year or so, if you can hold above, maybe back test this trend line, this ascending trend, that's when I think you can make like, I don't know, $1 pretty easy. $1. You want some hopium moon math, which is always dangerous. Like these extensions would not be crazy. This one would, but like 280 wouldn't be like crazy for a bull run, right? In how many years? We're 8 years out and you're 16 up only 16%. If Tron does break and actually runs, man, 280 would not be out of the question. I would not go all in on Tron. I would not, put huge amounts or something as an investment. It's a really big cap. It's, as you've seen the history, very stable. But I wouldn't sleep on it. I wouldn't be shorting it. Like even this price action is nutty. It just kind of seems to do its own thing, which is weird. It's weird. Maybe Justin Sun just buys it all up. I don't know. The BTC pair. Let's check this BTC pair. Equal highs at 465. Dang, that actually sucks. This was looking extremely strong. I wouldn't say it's cooked, but it was looking extremely strong. Losing 465 is a weak sauce. That would have been a great place to hold a support. Could see Tron trade all the way down here, 327 sats. This would actually be a very nice, like clean, strong test of support if it comes. Extension's like not really there. See it long there. I have the weirdest indicators on my Tron chart for some reason. Ooh, there we go. Bitcoin long's cooking. Yeah, thank you, Matt. You're right. Yeah. I actually like flipped over there and saw it and then saw your message. There it is. Cooking. Cooking. 250. Let's go. Woo woo. Like that. 5 minute rolling over here. Big booty, make it bounce. Make it bounce. I mean, everybody can agree with that. No matter what you're into, everybody can agree big booty, make it bounce. I like that. I wonder if I turn the music on TikTok, will they like ban me? Probably. Probably. Tell me if that's too loud, Psycho Savage. Boom, boom, bottom. Hit that like button. Smash it. Hype it up. Ooh. Tron BTC, that's actually like really looks weaker after breaking 650. Yeah, Sean, I'll do Soul next. Who wants to see Solana? Tron against Bitcoin needs to bounce here, or it's falling like another 25%. Bounce here, fall. But Tron USD, man, just keeps going. I don't know. Tron is certainly one I've been saying for years that everyone should follow. Like, it's a sleeper. It's not my favorite thing, but the chart, charts are charts. Doesn't matter if I like them. You know what the rules are? I don't know what the rules are either, man. Who knows? The rules, we make the rules. Hate to look away now that this is actually cooking. I think I close half. I'll close half at half and then move the stop up. Solana. Who is this? This reminds me of BBNO $, but it isn't. It's No Reasons again. I like No Reasons. I'm not subscribed. They make good tunes. It's not my usual EDM. MXR chart's also good, yeah. It's not my usual EDM, but I like beats. I like the beat. It's very danceable. Solana. Higher high yesterday. Nice and cooking, no bear div. Closed low. Solana hasn't fully tested its 200 week. Still at 108. I think I probably have the positions on here, but I think the strongest thing for Solana to do is the same move that I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Come meet its 200 day. Around 83. This was also your resistance on your way up. Break resistance, test support. Could see a test to the 200 week first. Like I said, something like that. That also begins to paint. It seems like we're starting to see this on everything. Like a big old inverse head and shoulders. Talking about it on Ethereum, talking about it on Bitcoin. I would like to see that happen. I guess I could look for a short at the 200 week, but like I said, Bitcoin's above the 200 day. I'm not looking for shorts, looking for longs now, baby. The time to short is over. About the USDT chart, you think it topped out because bear div at the 886 linear regression. USD is now the line of best fit. I am just like shocked if it did, but it's a pretty harsh rejection. Is there a stable coin dominance chart that I don't know about?
You don't chase, you don't try, still you keep me occupied like a secret.
Let me actually, so my thoughts of Soul. I don't love the idea of a long right here. I think you have a lot of like a room down to 83. I think that's the ideal long. If I did go long, I would look to close it at like 108 at the 200 week moving average. Typically, in this scenario, I'd be like, I'm closer to a short than a long, but at the moment, I'm not looking for shorts. I'm just looking for patient future entries to take longs. And so for me, that's 83 on Solana. If that doesn't come and Solana breaks up, retakes the 200, moves towards like 150, I'll probably just look for the same move down here at like 110 back at the 200 week. Right? Looking for those patient entries to pay me over the next year. You got wrecked today for 218K, my guy? Jeez. How'd that happen? You don't have a username, so I can't like say your name. How'd that happen? What'd you do? You want to share your story? The next Luna. Whew. Luna. Luna. Can I not close partial on this? That's okay. They have a Queen Diamonds chart. I can't after the stream. My guy, thank you, trader. Can't click links. I can't like. I can't click links while I'm live. I don't have the capacity to like vet them at the same time. You have to be very careful. No, I mean, I don't think you're doing, I don't think you're going to send me anything weird, but no risk to reward there is not good. I already talked about XRP, but I guess we can talk about it more or again. Looking for 121. Be such a nice entry. A lot of these coins have broken major moving averages, like the 200 day, and I'm just waiting for them to come back. Thought there was something here. No. I think XRP is like reversing here short term. Maybe even, yeah, you're pulling this again. What is this? I like this. I didn't see this actually when I first went over XRP. Got wrecked on some of those longs on the way down. Descending trends, just like smooshed in between the trends. $121 also brings it right back to here. I think that is so likely. Not one move, but 121 to 145. Bull trap, says Draven. Could be. BTC moving up. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, Improving Daily? How are you, man? Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, tapping the screen. We got 4,200 likes on TikTok. Nice. Bot caught you slipping. What's up, Chipper? What's up, YJT Rule? Ace of Hearts, my guy. What's up? Autopilot, how you doing? It's still going to Lost Lands? I have my ticket. But the people I was going with and thus like the plans for like the hotel and stuff fell through. So at this moment, no. Big old tear. At this moment, no. Could change. We'll see, but at this moment, no. Very sad. What's up, Meech? Followed the live creator on TikTok. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We've been live an hour and 15. It's time. How's no vaping going? You went back to smoking, sadly. It's all right, Froggy. When you're ready. All I don't know, 2.5 years, no nicotine, cold turkey. I don't ever think about it anymore. Doing good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Appreciate it. Living one day at a time, you know? If I had taken, like, this trade, I think close half, move stop to... Close half, move stop. That's the play. We gotta figure out how to do that on here. Banger trade. That's what's up, Jay Brown, my guy. What's up, Rushan? User. Yeah, it's time. It's time. We have War speaking on Friday at the Jackson Soul Symposium. Join us for that. It's gonna be monumental. Appreciate you tuning in today. Make sure you jump in the Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. Just join. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Sign up with our exchange partners, BYDFi and Femex. Links in the video description below. They're also in Discord. If you sign up using those links, you'll get VIP rules for free in there. Good stuff. Help support the stream. They're great exchanges. I'm going to catch you guys Friday for Jackson Soul. Don't be late. Got to be there. It's mandatory.